The movie begins with Kong, who is sleeping. He wakes up and takes a shower under a waterfall. Today, Kong seems angry and uproots a nearby tree. We then see a small girl named Jia. Jia and Kong live together, and Kong is very fond of her. Jia cannot hear or speak, but she communicates through sign language. Kong throws the tree trunk into the sky, and it hits an energy wall, breaking it. As soon as the energy wall breaks, all the scientists outside are alerted, as an alarm goes off at the headquarters. The next day, a scientist named Dr. Andrews comes to the island. A man with her tells Andrews that it's no longer safe to keep Kong there and that they need to move him somewhere else quickly. But Andrews says that's impossible because if Godzilla finds out about Kong, a fierce battle will erupt between them, as they are both extremely dangerous and powerful titans. After this, we see a man named Bernie. He's a hacker and runs his own radio show, where he shares a lot of information about Godzilla. Bernie gets out of his car and goes to a technology company called Apex. It's the biggest company there, creating very advanced technology for the future of humanity. Bernie works at this company and suspects they're up to no good, so he hacks their data. While hacking, he finds out that the company is taking a very large project to Hong Kong. Suddenly, an alarm goes off. This is a warning alarm for Godzilla's arrival, so Bernie leaves the company. Meanwhile, we see Godzilla approaching the city. Godzilla attacks Florida, and this is the first time he has attacked humans. The strange thing is that Godzilla is only attacking the Apex Company headquarters. Seeing this, Bernie finds it odd, as he suspects the company has done something to Godzilla. The next day, all the news channels are covering Godzilla's attack. We then see a girl named Madison watching the news at her school. The owner of Apex, Walter Simmons, says that Godzilla is a threat to humanity, but Madison doesn't believe him. She goes straight to her dad, Dr. Mark, and tells him that there must be a big reason for Godzilla's rampage, as he usually doesn't harm humans. But Mark doesn't listen to her and sends her home. Madison also suspects that Apex is behind all this. Next, we see Dr. Nathan. He's a great scientist who wrote a book about the Titan's birthplace, Hollow Earth. Walter comes to meet Nathan, as he wants Nathan to help him find the Titan's birthplace. Walter tells Nathan that Godzilla is much more powerful this time and that he got this power from his birthplace, which helps them survive. So, if they can get that energy, they can create a Titan even more powerful than Godzilla to destroy him. Walter also says that his company has created a very advanced spaceship that can go into the hole that leads to Hollow Earth. Walter tells Nathan that the high density there won't harm him at all. Hearing this, Nathan says he has an idea. Since Titans definitely go to their birthplace, they can use Kong to find it. After this, Nathan goes straight to Dr. Andrews. He tells her that they'll need Kong to find the Titan's birthplace because there's a hole in Antarctica that only a Titan can enter, and they need to take Kong there. Andrews initially refuses but eventually agrees due to his persistence. After this, we see Kong being taken to Antarctica on a ship. They are all taking a safe route to avoid Godzilla because if the two of them come face to face, they will cause massive destruction, as they have been enemies for centuries. At night, Jia goes to see Kong. Andrews also comes there. Jia tells Andrews that Kong is angry because they have tied him up. Then we see Madison, who, along with her friend Josh, goes to find the hacker, Bernie, because she thinks he's the one who can tell her the secret between Godzilla and Apex. They go to a store because Bernie buys a lot of bleach from there. Josh gives the store owner some money, and the owner gives them Bernie's address. After that, they go straight to Bernie's small cabin. Bernie then takes them to a bar. Madison tells Bernie that she feels there's a connection between Apex and Godzilla. Bernie says he feels the same way because he hacked the Apex company's data and found out that they are sending a lot more equipment than usual to their Hong Kong headquarters. And that's the same headquarters that Godzilla attacked. After this, They make a plan to go to the Apex headquarters to find out what's going on. Meanwhile, on the ship, we see Andrews and Nathan sitting together. Andrews tells Nathan that Gia's parents died on that island because of a terrible flood, but Kong saved Gia. Because of Gia, Kong isn't doing anything to the ship, or he would have destroyed it by now. Back on the ship, Gia is in her room when she feels Godzilla's presence, and he's moving fast toward them. She quickly runs to tell Andrews, but just then, the warning alarms go off. Andrews tells Nathan that they have to untie Kong's hands so he can save them and himself from Godzilla. Suddenly, Godzilla appears and destroys one of their ships. On the other side, their fighter planes attack Godzilla, but the bullets have no effect on him, and he destroys them too. After that, Godzilla comes under the ship with Kong and flips it over. As a result, Kong and the people on the ship start to drown. But then Nathan unties Kong, and the two start fighting in the water. Kong tricks Godzilla and rights the ship again. When he comes to the surface, Kong sees that Godzilla is moving toward another ship, so Kong also jumps from one ship to the other to get there before him. They fight again. In this fight, Kong hits Godzilla, and he falls into the water. But as soon as Kong looks into the water, a blue light comes out from inside. This is Godzilla's dangerous energy beam from his mouth. But Kong jumps off the ship in time, and they start fighting in the water again. Godzilla starts pulling Kong into the depths of the ocean because Kong can't breathe underwater like Godzilla. On the ship, Andrews tells Nathan that they have to save Kong, so they throw a lot of water bombs into the water. As a result, Kong escapes Godzilla's grasp and comes out of the water. Nathan then tells the ship's captain to turn off all the engines so that Godzilla will think they are all dead. The captain does so, and all the ship's engines are turned off, and Godzilla leaves. Now they can't start the engines because if they do, Godzilla will come back. So Nathan tells Andrews that they will take Kong through the sky. After this, we see Madison, Bernie, and Josh. They secretly enter the Apex headquarters. Inside, they see a lot of eggs, but they don't know who they belong to. While they are looking at everything, all the doors close. This is a very large container that is going to Hong Kong. Seeing this, Bernie is very happy because now they'll find out what's going on there. Meanwhile, Nathan's idea works, and they take Kong to Antarctica with the help of helicopters. Once they arrive, Jia gestures to Kong to go into the hole, telling him that his home and family are there. Seeing this, Kong runs toward the hole. Nathan and his team follow Kong with their 3 spaceships. But as soon as they enter the inverse gravity, their ship starts moving very fast. In just a few minutes, they travel thousands of kilometers. A little later, they reach Hollow Earth, where there are many Titans. Kong is also very happy to be home. Nathan and Andrews also follow him in their ship. They are all following Kong when a flying Titan attacks one of their ships. Everyone gets very scared. The flying Titan is about to destroy Nathan's ship when Kong grabs it and starts beating it. But just then, another flying Titan appears and grabs Kong. However, Nathan attacks it with his ship and frees Kong. After this, Kong separates the Titan's head from its body, and they start following Kong again. Running, Kong reaches a place where there is no gravity, and all the stones are floating in the air. In the Apex headquarters, Madison and her companions reach a very large underground area. There, we see that Apex is making their own robotic Godzilla, which is even more dangerous than the real Godzilla. All the controls of this robotic Godzilla are with a man named Sarazoa. Walter then releases a very dangerous Titan to attack the robotic Godzilla to check its power. But that Titan starts chasing Madison and her companions. It is about to catch Madison when the robotic Godzilla grabs it and cuts the Titan in half with its energy, which is a very disgusting sight. But Madison and her companions run and get into a capsule. Now Madison understands why the real Godzilla came to destroy this headquarters. Just then, the robotic Godzilla also turns on and off because Apex doesn't have enough energy to activate it. But then the real Godzilla also finds out about this robotic Godzilla and changes his path. That means he's now coming to Hong Kong again. We see Kong again, who is running very fast toward his home. He reaches a very big door and goes inside. After going inside, he finds a weapon that belongs to him. Nathan and his companions also come inside. Kong goes to a place and sits like a king. There is both gravity and oxygen there, so everyone else also gets out of their ship. Then we see Madison again, who is trying to get out of the headquarters. But they reach a room where a very big Titan skull is kept. As they go a little further, they see that Serizawa is sitting inside the skull and controlling the robotic Godzilla from there. So he doesn't realize that anyone is there. Outside, Godzilla has now reached Hong Kong and is causing destruction, which causes a stampede. On the other side, in Hollow Earth, everyone is still looking for that energy when Kong's weapon starts shining. Kong puts his weapon in one place, which makes the whole place shine. This is the place where Godzilla's weapon is charged. But as soon as Kong puts his weapon there, Godzilla also finds out about it. He realizes that Kong is in Hollow Earth, and he starts making a hole in the ground with his full energy. Meanwhile, Walter's daughter, who had come with them to Hollow Earth, starts taking a sample of the energy with her device, which also charges the robotic Godzilla in Hong Kong. But Andrews tells her not to do that because they don't know much about this energy yet. But then Walter's guards point guns at them. Seeing this, Kong gets angry. Just then, the ground there starts shaking. Because of that energy, the robotic Godzilla is fully charged, so Walter tells Serizawa to activate it. But Serizawa tells him that they don't know anything about this energy, so it could be a threat to them. But Walter still tells him to activate the robotic Godzilla. In Hollow Earth, everyone is running here and there to escape Godzilla, when suddenly Godzilla's energy comes out from that side, and a very big hole appears there. Walter's daughter is leaving in her ship when Godzilla grabs her ship and destroys it. After that, Kong takes his weapon and jumps into that hole, and Nathan and Andrews also follow him. Up above, we see Madison. They all reach the control room, but as soon as they get there, they are caught by the guards. Now Kong has also reached Hong Kong through that hole, and Godzilla and Kong come face to face again and start fighting each other. As soon as Kong attacks Godzilla with his weapon, Godzilla dodges the attack, and Kong's weapon gets stuck in a building. Taking advantage of this, Godzilla starts to get the upper hand over Kong. But Kong recovers and hits Godzilla with a very hard punch, which makes Godzilla fall down. Then Godzilla tries to hit Kong with his energy beam again, but Kong holds his weapon in front of him. But the energy is too much, so Kong falls down because of that energy. Godzilla grabs Kong and is about to kill him with his energy when Kong attacks Godzilla with his weapon, and Godzilla gets injured. Now, in anger, Godzilla starts attacking Kong, but Kong avoids his energy with his weapon and attacks Godzilla, and both of them fall down. With this, the energy of Kong's weapon is also exhausted. Inside, the guards bring Madison and her companions to Walter. From his words, Madison understands that Godzilla came back to Hong Kong because of him, as Walter was making his own Godzilla, which is more powerful than the real Godzilla. But Walter is still saying that he's just saving the world from the attacks of these titans. Outside, Godzilla stands up again and starts fighting with Kong. But now Godzilla is getting the upper hand over Kong. He beats Kong very badly and injures him a lot. But Godzilla doesn't kill Kong and starts to leave from there. Kong also tries to stand up, but he falls down again and becomes unconscious. After that, we are shown the headquarters again, where the robotic Godzilla is now active, but it is not under Serizawa's control. Instead of that energy, it is controlling itself and kills Walter too. But Madison and her companions survive the attack. After this, the robotic Godzilla comes out of the headquarters and attacks Godzilla, and it is also getting the upper hand over him. Inside, Bernie and his companions make a plan to deactivate this robotic Godzilla themselves. Then we see Nathan and Andrews, who have brought Jia to Kong. Nathan and Andrews see that the robotic Godzilla is beating the real Godzilla very badly. As soon as Jia feels Kong's heartbeat, she starts crying. Jia tells Andrews in sign language that Kong's heart rate is decreasing, so Andrews and Nathan make a plan to give Kong an electric shock with the help of their spaceship. Nathan quickly takes his spaceship over Kong and activates the ship and runs out from there. A little later, there is a very loud blast, which wakes Kong up again. After this, Jia explains to Kong in sign language that Godzilla is not the enemy, but the robotic Godzilla is. Meanwhile, inside the headquarters, Madison and her companions are still trying to shut down the robotic Godzilla. Outside, the robotic Godzilla injures the real Godzilla a lot. It is about to kill him when Kong comes and saves him. Godzilla also sees all this. The robotic Godzilla is also getting the upper hand over Kong alone, so now Godzilla also comes and helps him. But the robotic Godzilla throws Kong far away and starts beating Godzilla. Then Kong picks up his weapon and attacks the robotic Godzilla. But he can't do much damage to it because his weapon is not charged. And then the robotic Godzilla also grabs him. It is about to kill Kong when Josh, sitting inside, pours the soda he has on the entire system, which causes a short circuit in the entire system. But doing this deactivates the robotic Godzilla for some time. Taking advantage of this, Godzilla charges Kong's weapon. And as soon as it is charged, Kong starts attacking the robotic Godzilla. He cuts off both of the robotic Godzilla's hands and makes one last attack with his weapon, which makes the robotic Godzilla fall down. And then Kong, with all his strength, separates its head from its body, and the robotic Godzilla is completely deactivated there. After this, we see Nathan, who is perfectly fine. Meanwhile, Mark, looking for his daughter, has come to Hong Kong and is looking for Madison. He sees Madison, and he is very happy to see her safe. Madison introduces her dad to Bernie and Josh. She tells him that Bernie saved their lives. Then Godzilla roars very loudly, which makes Kong think that he wants to fight him again. But Godzilla leaves from there without fighting Kong. Seeing this, everyone is very happy. After this, we see that Kong is now in his home, Hollow Earth, and he is also very happy to be home. Nathan and Jia are also there. With this, the movie ends here.